Oh wait, I better get this going because the sun is coming and I don't want to melt away. So I just got out of the IMAX 3D screening of the brand new true story film Everest, and this is one of the last showings of this film in this format because more films are coming this weekend and I really wanted to see this in the true possible way. IMAX, 3D, great sound. I went to the 3D IMAX theater here in Irvine, Spectrum, where I've seen many films like the Batman movies, and I hope to see Star Wars here. I've seen Avatar and whatever else. I've seen a lot of great films at this theater, and I really wanted to see this one this way because that's what I felt was the only way I really ever wanted to see this movie. If I didn't like it, then I was like, oh, cool, I saw it that way, and I'll never watch it again, and we'll just move on. So, how did I feel about this movie? What is this about? Of course, it is based on a true story. It's about a group of men and a few women in 1996 as they travel to the peak of Everest, which I think that is the tallest mountain in the world. I'm not really keen on mountains or how tall they are, though I was a Boy Scout once, and I think when I was 11, 12, or 13, I went on a 50-mile hike with my dad, who was the assistant scoutmaster, and the rest of the scouts, and we hiked to the peak of Mount Whitney. That is the highest I've ever been on foot, and I can't believe I survived it. If I did it today, I'd probably die. So Everest, of course, is in the snow. It's 1996. We get to know a lot of people, a lot of big names in this movie. I'm not going to name any of them off because when you go see a movie like this, you know, you appreciate the actors and the actresses in the film, but you really want to forget that they're a part of this movie and forget that they're actors so you really believe in this project. There's just so many recognizable people in this movie, and it is very distracting, even though majority give fine performances in the film. The setting is great, the special effects is great, the music, the direction, all of this is incredible, it's amazing. It's an incredible story, which I knew really nothing about, didn't really know the outcome, so I'm not going to spoil the outcome in this review. All I will say is, yeah, I'm not going to say anything. So, this movie is really, really good. I do have some issues with it. It's mainly the fact that there are a lot of characters. Now, this is based on a true story, so I admire that the filmmakers really tried to put everybody, I bet everybody that was involved with the story is placed into this film, so it is hard to connect with everybody. That's the toughest thing, to get emotionally connected. You know that these were real people going through a real situation in a real time. But there is just so much going on in this movie that I think it's hard to focus on everyone, because you're like, oh look, it's that actor and he's playing that part, and that's that actress and she's playing that part. It's quite distracting, and I think brings my rating down a bit. Though I will say this is a good, solid film. Well made, extremely well made, and from this director, I do admire this director. I like what he's done in the past with Two Guns and Shooter. I think this is probably his most personal film because it is telling the true story of people who went through something very traumatic in their lives. I admire what they do. For someone who has done that in their life, not climbed Mount Everest, don't want to compare myself to that, but someone who has hiked for miles and miles and miles and climbed the mountain. I can't believe to this day there's a picture. I do have pictures to prove that it actually happened. I look like I'm dying in that picture, but I actually did it. So I admire the effort and all that goes through to doing something like this in your life. I don't think I could ever do it to that degree, ever, 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 never. I admire the men and women who do this and are still probably doing it today just so they can prove to themselves something. It's just incredible. And I I like this film. I thought it was a well-made movie. Some really good acting all around. There are some smaller parts in the film that don't really get fleshed out, you know, and it's a big name that's in the part, and I don't really want to mention it, but it's just like kind of hard, like, oh yeah, it's that person, and there she goes, or he goes, you know, we don't really get to know them very well. But I like that Hollywood will tackle stories like this that don't have your typical Hollywood ending without giving anything away. Trying to probably stay as true to the real material as possible. Again, in the IMAX, this is really the only way to see a movie like this. I don't think I could ever really watch this movie again on the small screen. If this movie played in IMAX, let's say 20 years from now, 3D for the 20th anniversary of the Everest film, that's probably the way I'm going to go see this film again. Because you got to see it loud. 3D, I can't really, 3D, honestly, the sound and the picture quality were the reason to see this. The 3D was just another reason why. I don't know why 3D is popular anymore, unless it's used well. And I think in this film, there were some scenes, but I never really felt the 3D experience. I appreciated more the sound and the way the movie looked. So that is my review of Everest. In the comment box below, have you seen this film? Are you gonna go see it now? Did you get a chance to see it in IMAX? Put down your feelings in the comment box below. I am going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.